happy Halloween. Happy Halloween if you celebrate, or even if you don't. I had to make sure I have my pen. There are a few little messages I have before we get into the readings. I am so excited to announce my giveaway, my holiday giveaway. The drawing will be held on December 24th. I shouldn't say that. It ends December 24th. The drawing will be live on, hi Vicky, on the 25th, Christmas. So if you are interested in entering to win either a free personal reading with yours truly, or taking the Manifest Your Miracles course for free with yours truly, I will link it when we're done with the live, but there is a video titled "'Tis the Season." You'll need to watch the video and do what the video tells you to do in order to enter to win. Super excited. Okay. I feel like that's kind of it. That was my big announcement. So let's get into it. This is what you need to know. We're going to start with Aries, make our way all the way down to Pisces. There is no clarification. But one never knows. One never knows what I'm going to do. So getting into it, we'll start with Aries. All right, Aries, what do you need to know? Aries. Ooh, Aries showing up strong. Alrighty. Okay, Aries. Overall energy for your reading is number 12, the Templed Path. And it's pertaining to number 8, false person. Either you are the false person and or it's somebody you're dealing with. I feel more so immediately like it's talking about you taking on something that isn't yours, hence being a false person. Something that isn't, I guess, in alignment with your templed path, but I feel like it's part of the templed path to drop the facade, the mask. We have a Queen of Wands, which is you showing up incredibly strong in your reading. The Chariot, Cancer energy, victory, success, and forward momentum, and the Page of Cups. So literally talking about getting on your templed path, having victory, success, forward momentum, and following your heart. I mean, I heard a step in the right direction. In the underlying, this is where we're talking about like subconscious, right? Deep beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 23 all tied up, pertaining to number 2, main female. You could be the main female, or it's that you're tied up over a main female. Take it how it resonates. But we have the 2 of Pentacles. This is energetically and emotionally draining because we're juggling. It's like we're between 2 worlds. The templed path world and the false person world. We have a 4 of Wands. Now, the 4 of Wands does depict a union. However, I feel very strongly that it's like the 4 pillars. It's akin to the templed path. So there's something that's blocking you from your templed path, and it's kind of like you've got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You're in 2 worlds here. We have a 6 of Swords. This is about a rite of passage. It is moving into calmer emotional and mental waters, especially when the all tied up is a self-imposed prison, right? And then we have the moon energy. The moon is Pisces, and it's interesting because we have a full moon taking place on the 5th in the sign of Taurus. And it's interesting because Taurus is about the earthly. It's about stability, your groundedness. And it also, hi Leanne, it also is about like the tangible 3D, whether it's people, places, and situations. A full moon is all about a culmination, a coming together point where we decide what we're going to rid ourselves with, because it's a full moon. Something is already, you know, hit its peak, and what we're going to continue forward with, right? So it feels like something's going to be dropped between now and that full moon energy. But the moon itself talks about, well, a need to follow your higher guidance, but heightened gifts. It also really talks about moving through fear, hidden secrets, things from the depths coming up, right? So I feel like we're talking, Aries, about for some of you, it feels like a course correction. Okay, you have community. We seem very aligned in a lot of ways. Let's find support within each other. Maybe there's a group that you need to, or a community that you need to enter into at this time. Number 30, patience. It's not time yet. So if there's something that you're trying to force or control, know that when the time is right, things will happen. Things flow naturally. So if things feel rough or too difficult, it's not the time. All right, I'm going to shuffle and we will move on to Taurus. Happy Halloweeny. Happy Halloweeny. Leanne, have you entered to win? Do you even know what I'm talking about? I'm doing a giveaway as my holiday gift to all of you. So one lucky person is going to win either a free personal reading with me or the Manifest Your Miracles course. But the only way that you can enter to win is by going to the 'Tis the Season video. I just love Halloween. I got all my candy ready for the little kiddos that are going to show up at the door. Okay. Taurus. Taurus. What you need to know. Ooh, I have a hair. It's mine. All right. Taurus, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Ooh, that's a lot. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. Cross-watch for somebody that you're dealing with. Ooh, we just got that card. Okay. Oh, itchy. Probably should have put my hair up. Taurus. How exciting, Taurus. You have a full moon taking place on the 5th. It's definitely going to be affecting you 100%. It's about releasing things that don't serve you, things, tangible things in the 3D that are no longer in alignment with what it is that you are moving forward with. Okay, Taurus. Overall energy for your reading, 3 of them came out. So it could be all your energy all mixed up in one bag, or it could be those closest around you as well. We have number 8, indecision. Number 21, strategy. And number 25, deceit. Interesting. It is pertaining to number 34, occupation, and number 6, the good lady. So there's some form of indecision and strategy pertaining to occupation. I feel like, well, and the good lady, whoever the good lady is for you. I feel like the deception could be self-deception and or you deceiving a good lady or a good lady deceiving you. But it's very interesting. I think we're going to find out more on the deceit here in a minute. We have the 8 of Cups. So this is about emotional detachment. And it feels as though, frankly, what you're being called to emotionally detach from is, well, I would say the energy of deception and the energy of indecision. There's something, I don't feel like there's deception. I mean, it could be that you're in self-deception when it comes to a person. I gotta be honest, I feel like this good lady might be the one that's being deceptive on some level, and they're tied to your occupation in some respect. I feel like they could also be the energy of strategy, but you're gonna have to take it how it resonates. I definitely feel like they're tied to your occupation. We have the Empress. It's about rebirth. So emotionally detaching and moving towards the Empress. Taurus, Libra energy, rebirth. It's a time of fertility, a time to turn your dreams into reality. There could be some kind of a manipulation taking place at your work with a female. Possibly a King of Wands, specifically Sag, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. I feel like I totally skipped over the Empress energy. It's about abundance, prosperity, again, turning your dreams into reality, but also rebirth. There's something, especially with a full moon in your sign, it feels like you're meant to release something. That would be the emotional detachment from something that's got you in indecision. It's holding up your manifestation. Now, the King of Wands could literally be a fire sign that you're dealing with at work, possibly a female. However, I feel also it talks about entrepreneurship. So it could be that you're being called to birth your own business, become, I heard the leader of the free world, and then I heard I'm the king of the world. So interesting. But the fire energy is somebody who could be some form of a public speaker. It's somebody who is very passionate, driven. They take action on what it is that they desire. They're very magical, mysterious, outspoken. They also have a tendency to be very charismatic, and they could even be, they like to be seen. How does that sound? I was going to say loud, but they like to be seen. Underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 22, yin energy. It's about a spiritual winter, pertaining to number 2, a main female. So you have a main female in your life, and or you are the main female in your own life. And the subconscious is going through some kind of a spiritual awakening. The underlying energy would be more your subconscious, hence you may or may not be aware of what's going on under there. The main female, frankly, feels like it could be a Queen of Cups, specifically Cancer, but it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I will also say that it could even be that you are having a spiritual awakening pertaining to your emotions, your psychic abilities, things of that nature, your sensitivity to the ether, if you will. We have an Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, a new way of thinking, clarity, truth is coming through for you. And then a 6 of Cups pertaining to the past, some kind of a past situation. The truth and clarity is coming through for you in this past. I also feel like you're being highly guided at this time. And the Tower card, Scorpio, Aries energy. This is life-changing. This is life-changing. We have, whoa. So this goes with the deceit. And again, if it's you, own it. But if it's somebody you're dealing with, you're going to know right away. Literally, we have deceit, which says, I have ill intentions and may be planning on deceiving you. Gaslight. I will deliberately manipulate your perception of reality until you are doubting your own experiences and memories. Again, I feel like this pertains to occupation and somebody at your occupation. Theirs is the strategy. I feel like you're the one in indecision because of this. And then we have number 24, October. So it's something that's transpiring at this time, in this month. All right. I'm going to shuffle and we will move on to Gemini. Hello, Naveen. Hello, Ujwani. I don't know if I said that right. I am currently moving into Gemini, so we have a minute before we get to Scorpio or Capricorn. Happy Halloween, everybody. And if you are interested in winning a free reading with me or the Manifest Your Miracles course, you can watch the intro of this live and it will tell you what to do, and or just at your convenience, click on the video titled "'Tis the Season." 'Tis the season. It's got a little snowman on it. It will tell you what to do. All righty. Gemini. Gemini, what you need to know. All right. Gemini, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or cross-watch for somebody that you are dealing with. This is for Gemini. Whoa, that was a few. Gemini. One more. Gemini, overall energy for your reading is number 48, Angel of Balance. And it is pertaining to number 26, Big Luck. Number 16, His Thoughts. And number 5, The Good Lord. Interesting, because I feel like when we're talking about being in balance, which is in essence what the energy is saying, that we're in balance, Big Luck feels very much like when we're in balance, we call in a lot of luck. But being in balance pertaining to his thoughts feels almost like if you are focused on another person, unless you are the him or his thoughts, it's calling you to be balanced in your interpretation of his thoughts, and or if it is your thoughts, be in balance in your thoughts, in the way you're thinking, the thoughts that you're thinking. As well as the good Lord feels very much like being in balance pertaining to your spiritual journey. We have an Ace of Pentacles. Well, the Ace of Pentacles is a brand new beginning, something tangible happening in the 3D, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Being in balance, especially big luck is what it feels like, is going to call this opportunity in. Could be a windfall of sorts, hence the big luck, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a new job, a new home, a new car, something tangible, and it ties very strongly to this Taurus new moon that's taking place on the 5th. We have the Magician, Gemini energy, which is about manifesting, being an alchemy. The Magician is literally you manifesting. And then we have the Devil card. So the Devil card is Capricorn energy, and it's shadow energy. And it's concerning that we're talking about this new opportunity coming in, that you're manifesting shadow. You're manifesting some kind of karmic shadow. The Devil card is codependency. It is fear. It is... and there's no shade here. We all have shadow energy. And if you're not manifesting on purpose, you're manifesting by default. And the majority of people in this world, their default is lack, codependency, addiction. It's the shadow side of thyself, if you will. I find it interesting that we feel balanced, but clearly there's something that we're manifesting that is not necessarily in balance. For a lot of you, this could pertain to another person, because if you look closely at this card, the Devil, you've got two people who are chained together in this shadow energy. So it could be your masculine and feminine, but it also could be you tethered to another in some kind of a karmic situation. In your underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 42, woman holding a coin, pertaining to number 21, the living room. So if you've been watching me long enough, you know that I see any part of the house or living room to be the mind. I also find it interesting that we do have this Taurus full moon taking place, and we're in this energy of grounded stability, or earth energy, if you will, pertaining to the mind. For some of you, yes, it could be literal, that there's some kind of grounded stability in your home, in your living room specifically. But I feel like if that's the case, it's both. It's going to be in the mind as well. We have a 5 of Cups, which tells me that there is going to be some form of sad news or some emotional heartbreak that you're going to need to get over. The 5 of Cups notoriously is somebody who, on the Rider-Waite, who is staring at the 3 cups that have spilled over, not realizing that there's 2 cups behind them. But the more they focus on what isn't working or what hasn't worked, or these fallen over cups or broken cups, the more they're creating that. So we have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. There's a need to gain a new perspective. And I feel like to gain the grounded stability, to release the emotions, but also to be able to garner a new perspective. Like a new perspective would be, instead of woe is me, this didn't work out, would be to feel the feelings, yes, because we should feel our feelings, but then to say, okay, it hurts and it sucks, but everything happens for a reason. And I know that every time one door closes, a new one opens. So I'm excited for what the universe has in store for me next. Because you are the universe. And if you stay in that sad energy, you're going to get more opportunities that create that. If you get into the optimistic energy, you're going to get opportunities that are optimistic and higher vibration. We have number 21, July. This could have been something that happened in the past. It could be that you are going to end up waking up through all of this in July. We have revenge. I am looking to damage you in retaliation for perceived wrongs. And then we have support in the reverse, which I'm not going to read in the reverse. I'm going to have to read it upright so I can actually see what it says. So I feel like it's a lack in support, clearly. It says, I'm here to support and elevate you while expecting nothing in return. However, I feel like in the reverse, it's saying, I'm here to knock you down and expect you to do for me. So you're lacking support with whomever this person is. It could even be you. Take it how it resonates. In fact, with the underlying energy, I feel like that could be the energy that you're sad in. With the devil energy, I feel like that could be the energy that you're sad in. Revenge and lacking in support, being more selfish. But take it how it resonates, Gemini. All right, I'm going to shuffle and we will move on to Cancer. I just realized I only pulled one of these cards, so I probably don't need to shuffle them 500 times. These, on the other hand, oh, you know what I just also realized? There we go. Does anybody have big, exciting plans for tonight? I guess it's Friday, right? Yeah, happy Friday, by the way. Not only happy Friday, but happy Halloween on a Friday. That's pretty exciting. How often does that happen? Oh, the kitties are going to be so excited. It means they'll probably be out late tonight. Then they're going to not have to worry about going to school with a sick tummy tomorrow because they ate too much candy. All right, I need to take a sip of my drink. Cancer. Cancer, what you need to know. Cancer, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. That's interesting. It's almost as if those flew out upside down. Cancer, if you are interested in winning a free reading with me or winning the Manifest Your Miracles, go check out the video titled "'Tis the Season." All right, Cancer. Let's see if I can put my leg over here. Overall energy for your reading, Cancer, is number 13, financial constraints. Ooh. And it's pertaining to number 32, grief and sorrow. Well, yeah, that's kind of how it works. So the financial constraints is akin to the Five of Pentacles. And this card's very specific that we're talking about finances, but like the Five of Pentacles is a feeling of being left out in the cold, lacking, feeling as if like you've been ghosted. However, I feel like those could have been lead ups to a financial constraint, because by the time you hit the financial constraint, it means that the energy has been spewing within you long enough for it to start manifesting in your 3D. So it's been focused upon long enough for it to start really affecting finances and friendships and like you name it. It's like a trickle effect. It'll just keep reverberating out to all aspects of your life until you nip it in the bud. We have a 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands kind of came out sideways. This is resistance, and this is active resistance. It's also an energy of like defensiveness pertaining to a King of Wands. So the King of Wands is specifically Sagittarius energy, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. It could pertain to a specific person or somebody who embodies this energy. This would be somebody who could be an entrepreneur. It's somebody who's very charismatic, magnetic. Did I say they could be an entrepreneur? I think I did. This is somebody who's kind of magical, somebody who demands attention. All eyes are on them when they walk into a room. It's just, it feels very much like there's some form of resistance or it's like you're blocking, you're actively resisting this person and defensive about this person. We have a 5 of Wands. There's chaos and drama. Your energy seems to be all over the place. In the underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 20, envy. Pertaining to number 2, a main female. Well, it's possible that this King of Wands is the main female. The envy is jealousy. Like, instead of being grateful for what it is that you have, you're jealous of said main female. It's very interesting. Like, all these readings, and I don't want to get into it right now. I'm actually going to do a video about it in the next day or so. But the energies are really up in arms right now for all signs, not just one or the other. We have the Lovers, Gemini energy, soulmate connection with the Knight of Pentacles. It feels like you're envious pertaining to this main female. Maybe you feel like they're a soulmate, or you feel like they're with your soulmate. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's the slowest moving knight in the deck. And not only is it the slowest moving knight in the deck, but it's something that's very grounded and stable. And it's moving slowly towards a King of Swords. The King of Swords is specifically Gemini, but it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We have Cancer, 2 different energies here besides your own. We have a King of Wands that you're actively pushing against in your physical day-to-day, right? And in your underlying energy, we have a King of Swords, somebody who's very analytical, somebody who is very no nonsense. Like, they're willing to cut out people, places, and situations that don't serve them. But we've got you feeling grief and sorrow, which is truly affecting your life. You're envious and jealous of a main female in your underlying, something pertaining to a soulmate connection, and a King of Swords, or somebody who embodies that energy. It could be one and the same person. I find it interesting because I feel like if you would step out of your own way and let said situation go, you can also read this as your soulmate is coming in and it's not who you think it is. That's how I would take it. Give it time. It's in the works. And then these two cards came out in the reverse, which I found interesting because I don't know if they got put in there upside down or what. Something's very unwelcoming, and I feel like I'll read the cards in the upright first. We have welcome. I offer an open door, a warm invitation to step into a space where you are embraced and valued. I feel like you are not very welcoming at this time, or the person you're dealing with. Meddler. I may step in and try to influence or control your life. I'm certain I know best. And I feel like somebody isn't meddling, or maybe you're being called not to meddle in a situation. But I definitely don't feel like you're unless it's a cross-watch reading, I don't feel like you're the welcoming one by any stretch. In fact, you're really, truly pushing against something. So, Cancer, that's what I have for you. I'm going to shuffle, and we will move on to, who are we moving on to? Leo. Leo. Okay. Ooh, nice. Holistic show tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Vicky. I don't know if anybody else reads the chat, but although maybe I should stop sending people away to go enter to win. Just tell them to wait. Wait until the live is done and then go enter to win. Where did Leanne go? Leanne. Ooh. Oh, you're at work. Who needs work? I'm here. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right, Leo. 3733. Leo. This is what you need to know, Leo. Happy Halloween. All right, Leo. I give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Leo, Leo, Leo. All right. Like I said, I'm going to do a video on it, but maybe I'll make a comment after I'm done reading Leo's. Leo, overall energy for your reading is number 15, appreciation. Pertaining to number 12, a rich girl in the reverse, which to me would feel like somebody who doesn't feel rich or is poor. And there's something pertaining to that has you feeling appreciation and gratitude. It could even be you feeling like when you're feeling rich or abundant, it's an energy, and then things start manifesting to reflect that. But if you're not feeling rich and abundant, again, it's an energy, and your life starts to reflect that, right? So we have a 5 of Wands. And I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like you're appreciating this because it's shining a light on your energy. The 5 of Wands is drama, chaos. It's also energy leak. And when I talk about energy leak, it's like you have a split mind, or you're giving your power away to too many things that really aren't yours to give your power away to. We have the sun, Leo energy. It's illuminating. I feel like something is illuminating, and what's illuminating is the Knight of Wands in the reverse. The Knight of Wands in the reverse means that there's no action, there's no forward momentum, and there's no passion. It's illuminating the fact, again, like I said, that your energy is split on something, or that it's going in too many directions, and that whatever it is that you're creating isn't necessarily in alignment with what you want. In the underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 8, indecision. Pertaining to number 5, the good Lord. When it talks about the good Lord, it's like following your higher guidance or seeking help. And you're in indecision. And I can double down on that by showing you the 9 of Swords. Self-imposed prison, overthinking, overanalyzing, fear, stress, anxiety. Your help is the Judgment card, Scorpio energy. Surrender and move in a new direction. Let it go, and then you'll figure it all out. Let it go, and then the answer will be revealed. You're in too deep. Number 10, not in this lifetime. Not numbered. Imposter in the reverse. I feel like whoever you're dealing with, I feel like this could be somebody you're dealing with, is showing you their true colors. Or what you're being revealed is the true colors. Whether it's you or somebody you're dealing with. Leo, that's what I have for you. I'm going to move on to a Virgo. All right. I'm going to make a little note here. And in fact, I'm doing a video on it. More detail. But the energies have been really... Frankly, it's getting to a point where like I'm not even looking forward to doing readings because the energies are... Like I did a few yesterday and I was like all excited and I'm sitting down. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm reading the cards and I'm like, oh, like what in the hay? And it feels like it's everybody. Now, mind you, there's still air signs I haven't dealt with yet, but I understand that we're going through some shifts and changes. I understand that we're coming up on a full moon. Well, there's a full moon every month. I also understand that it's not everybody's energy, but when I do readings, I do ask for what is in people's best and highest good and who's going to be, to give me the messages for who's going to benefit the most, right? So, look out for a video that'll be in the next couple days. It's not going to be a tarot. Just an FYI. If you feel like that is pertaining to you. I don't feel very uplifting. Like when I go to do the readings, I'm like, oh. I mean, and it's real life, you know, you can't give positive vibes when there isn't any, but I don't know. I don't have the power to spoil it. Oh, I thought I saw a hair. Yep, I did. Good old peripheral vision. Where are we at? Virgo at 4411. A Virgo, this is what you need to know. Virgo, what you need to know. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What you need to know. Oh, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. Virgo, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. 1, 2, put my shoe, 3, 4, shut the door. I heard overstayed your welcome. Okay. The hair. Excuse me. Virgo, overall energy for your reading number 19, rest and rejuvenation. You could feel very much like meditation right now, connecting to your higher source, really taking a break. Pertaining to number 33, murky thoughts. Maybe your mind has been running rampant, maybe overthinking, overanalyzing, fear, stress, anxiety, negativity. But I do like that if that's the case and that's what you've been going through, we're talking about rest and rejuvenation, like really going within, centering oneself from all of the chaos and the noise, shutting it down. We do have the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles is about balance, but it also talks about you receiving. Now, it's something tangible in the 3D. It feels like you could be receiving, maybe even around the new moon, because that looks like a good old new moon to me right up top. You could be receiving some kind of a gift from the universe, pennies from heaven, if you will. It could be that you're receiving the loan coming through that you were needing, or some kind of a windfall of sorts, almost to the point that maybe you're able to assist other people at this time or feeling like you're in the giving mood. We have the Death card, Scorpio energy. It's about transmutation. So it almost feels like you're taking this windfall, this newfound abundance, if you will, and transmuting it and shifting it, taking it and moving that energy, that balance, even if you're balanced, moving that energy into the world. A time of celebration, a time of joy and happiness because you're completing a cycle. Okay, I'm getting a weird song. Something about flip and reverse it. And then it's like, I don't even know what it says. I think it's a naughty song. If it's worth it, let me work it. I don't know. That could be it, because it sounds, I don't know if it's rap or R&B-ish, or I don't know what that is. Interesting. So I'm like, take it out or how it resonates. Maybe you're listening to that right now. That's confirmation. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. It almost feels like you're taking something and shifting it into a closure. It's almost like, I don't know, but that song somehow ties into it. Does it say flip it and reverse it or something? Because that feels very much like, okay, I'm getting this, I'm whatever. Like I'm trying to get some kind of an example from it. Let me just give this, and this is probably not in alignment with anybody, but let's say you get some kind of loan that comes through for you, right? And you're like, I'm taking that money, and maybe it was even unexpected. I don't know. I'm taking that money and I'm going to, transmute it into paying off this car. That cycle's over. That's very random and vague. I mean, I feel like it's going to be far more bigger than that, or at least the repercussions of the action being taken to transmute and close out a cycle is going to be far reaching. Because in the underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 7, community. And it's pertaining to number 9, a change. So I feel like this is a major closing out. Like, I don't know if you're moving communities or if you're like, yeah, I just don't resonate with these friends anymore. They were my drinking buddies. They were my partying buddies. They were my, you know, whatever friends. And not to say you may never talk to them again, but you just, I'm done. I'm not that person anymore. I'm done with that cycle. We have the Tower, which is telling me that this is life changing. Tower, Scorpio, Aries energy. Life changing. Whatever this is. In fact, this almost feels like you're transmuting. You're shifting these murky thoughts into clarity and truth. Not by focusing on them, but by releasing them. The Tower is life-changing. And then we have a 10 of Pentacles. Something long-term, something grounded and stable is coming to an end in order for something new to come in. Could be work. Could be home, community. All right. Who am I on? Virgo. Number 48, next full moon. Well, holy crap. The next full moon is on... Ooh, did I think that was a new moon? Okay, hold on. The Six of Pentacles is on... The new moon that I was talking about is on the 20th in Scorpio. The full moon is in Taurus on the 5th. And then we have career. I'm concentrating on my career and focused on advancing no matter what it takes. Yeah. I feel like that's the new cycle. Major shifts and changes taking place in your life, Virgo. I dig it. All right. Let's shuffle and move on to Libra. I don't know why, but I feel like saying la 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 Libra instead of La Bamba. Well, Michelle, maybe it was for you. Oop. It could pertain to your Venus, but just take what resonates. Libra, 5317. Libra, Libra, Libra. Happy Halloween. Happy Friday. Libra, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take, whoa. How am I supposed to take those? So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moosing, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. Cross watch for somebody that you're dealing with. What is going on here for La Libra? Ooh. Libra. One more card for Libra. Or two. We'll take two. Libra, if you're interested in receiving a free reading from me, I am doing a giveaway For the holiday season, the winner will be picked December 25th. You have until December 24th to enter. You enter by watching the 'Tis the Season video that is in my videos. After you're done watching the live. Okay, Libra, overall energy. We have number 20, envy, in the reverse. I like that. I'll dig it. I feel like at some point you might have been envious or jealous. You're not anymore. Or maybe you never were, and it's just saying that you're very humble and just not feeling jealous. We do have it pertaining to number 21, the living room. As I always say, if you've watched me long enough, I feel like that pertains to the mind. Although for some of you, maybe you're no longer jealous of somebody's living room. But I feel like it's pertaining to the mind. And that's a good thing to rid yourself of when it comes to certain energies that you could be holding on to, sometimes without even realizing it. I mean, I'm sure we've all been there where somebody gets promoted and like you might be happy for them, but then part of you is like, God, I wish it was me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I could have really used that. Instead of genuinely like, that's so awesome. Oh, you deserve it. You know, whatever. So you're not in that energy, so there's nothing to worry about. I feel like, again, at some point you could have been, but no big deal. You have the Empress, rebirth. I love the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. It's about a time of fertility, a time to turn your dreams into reality. We have an 8 of Pentacles. Not only is the prosperity, abundance, turning your dreams into reality and rebirth taking place, but the 8 of Pentacles tells me that you've been putting forth the work, energy, and effort towards the 2 of Cups. Some kind of an emotional relationship, if you will. We have a 6 of Wands. So the 6 of Wands is recognition. And for some of you, it's even a small level of fame. But you know what I find very intriguing? The Empress normally is depicted as somebody who's pregnant. Because they're giving birth. It's a time of fertility. They're birthing to their dreams. But when I look at the 6 of Wands, she literally is holding her belly. Now, for some of you, there could be some kind of a baby involved because the Empress could also depict that. It's Venusian energy, love. I'm hearing... oh, why can't I think of his name? L is for the way you... I don't know why Mel Torme popped into my head because that's not who it is. Sinatra. Anyway, the 6 of Wands could be a small level of fame for some of you, but there's definitely some form of recognition taking place. And frankly, I feel like you're starting to recognize something that you've given birth to. Whether it's literal and you actually are starting to show, or you're starting to, you know, see the fruits of your labor beginning to enter the 3D. In the underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 13, financial constraints. Pertaining to number 3, marriage. You and your partner could be going through something right now, whether it's marriage or your idea of marriage, or maybe it's just a fear when it comes to marriage that there could be some kind of lack and or financial restraints being caused by it. Either way, I feel like this could be frankly, it feels like it's going to be short-lived. I mean, I feel like things are moving along swimmingly, with the exception of you putting forth the work, energy, and effort. I don't necessarily see work coming up with any kind of specific abundance. But get out of that negative energy. Get out of the energy of feeling less than or that things are financially draining. We have a Four of Wands. It's pertaining to a union and a Knight of Cups. Also, it depicts your, I have a horrible headache, just so that everybody's aware. I'm just letting you know, like I am trying to rub it away or not even focus on it. But the Four of Wands is also the templed path, right? And so with the Knight of Cups, it feels very much like we're following our heart. For some of you, the issue could be nostalgia for the past, how things used to be. It also could be fear. But I don't feel like there's any kind of endings. If anything, it feels like we're rebuilding. Very interesting. I don't think these are meant to be read in the reverse. So, but July 21, number 21, July came out in the reverse. Take it how you want on that. We have amusement. I find your stories comical and your life a source of entertainment. Somebody could be saying that to you. You could be saying that to somebody. I don't know. I do not know. All right. Oh, happy Halloween, Catherine. You have to, you would manifest it, Rodolfo. I would assume if you're in the energy of receiving, it's already on its way. Okay. It's a hormonal headache because I am lucky enough to be going through the change for like the last 5 years or longer. So I've actually already had my coffee today. I'm drinking my Rockstar, which also has caffeine in it. Yeah, it's hormonal. So it's fine. I'll live. And I even took Advil. So, all right. Scorpio on 10308. Just another reminder, if you want to win, be the lucky winner of a free reading with me, yours truly, free personal reading, or the Manifest Your Miracles course. That is going to be my gift to one lucky person for the holiday season. The drawing is going to be held, or I'll make the pick, whatever. You have up until December 24th to enter to win. And I will be doing a live on the 25th of December to let you know who the lucky winner is. In order to enter to win, you need to go over to the video titled "'Tis the Season." It will walk you through, ooh, high-pitched ringing in my right ear. It'll walk you through how to go about all of that. All right, Scorpio. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So always take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Okay. Scorpio, overall energy for your reading is number 32, door to spirit. And by the way, happy birthday, Scorpio. Door to spirit. And it's pertaining to number 11 in the reverse, lots of money. So the door to spirit is more or less you opening up the door to spirit. And I feel like it's pertaining to, I find it interesting that it has nothing to do with finances. It's like lots of money in the reverse. And so it almost feels like the lack of material obsession is what's opening this door to spirit. We have the Sun card. The Sun is Leo energy. It is abundance, prosperity. It's the happiest card in the deck. Frankly, I feel like some of you are understanding that the happiness, the joy, the prosperity has nothing to do with money. Like you're finding it without receiving the tangible 3D stuff. Anyways, the Sun, happiness, joy, abundance, creativity, all of that good stuff. The Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is kind of illusion and delusion. It's wishing, daydreaming. And I feel like, first of all, we're illuminating the fact that you're needing to justice, Libra energy. You're needing to balance it out. So it's one thing to daydream and have all of these, letting your mind run rampant. It's a whole nother thing when you actually balance that out between purposefully using your imagination to manifest. So I feel like you're being called to pull that into balance, but I feel like it's already happening because I feel like you're becoming very aware that abundance really has nothing to do with the 3D, that it's an energy from within. And as you have that, then everything starts coming in, right? But you don't need it in order to feel it. In fact, it's reversed. In your underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 33, door to romance, and it is pertaining to number 2, main female. So either you're the main female whose door to romance is opening, and or there's somebody in your life that is calling in this romantic energy for you. We have the Judgment card. Scorpio energy, you're being called to surrender. Surrender and move in a new direction. Towards the Nine of Pentacles. Well, the Nine of Pentacles is wish fulfillment, and it's interesting. It's actually being able to reap the rewards of the fruits of your labor. I feel like you're coming into balance. You're okay, there was an L word and then it disappeared. Lust. The Seven of Cups has something to do with lust for you. Like, I don't know if you're lusting after these daydreams or whatever, but I feel like you're reining it in. You're bringing something back into balance. You have a main female in your life, and or you're the main female, and I feel like the door to romance is opening for you. You've surrendered to your way of doing things because you've opened the door to spirit. And you're now going to be able to reap the rewards of the fruits of your labor. You have a few cards. Number 16, February. Number 42, it's the wrong time. So maybe it's saying, no, February. February is the time. And then we have future. Our paths are destined to align though the purpose may still be unclear. Empathy. I will provide emotional support and always try to understand you. And bad news. Unfortunately, there's something difficult I need to share with you. Okay. I'm going to shuffle and move on to Sagittarius. We are past our midway point. All right. Yeah, Catherine, I can't wait. Like, it rarely affects me, but today, and it could also be the full moon. Today it is strong. Like I said, that's okay. We're going to keep pushing through. 4 more signs to go. Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. You'll have to forgive me for not being my fun-loving self. Because I'm not feeling very woo. I mean, I am. I'm excited for Halloween. I think I'm just more excited to take a nap. More excited for the nap that is coming after this. Which is funny, because like I said, I'm doing a video here in the next couple days. And I was going to do it today. And I was like, no, we need to wait. We need to wait. Okay, where am I at? Sagittarius. 111.50. Sagittarius. Cat got your tongue. Come on, Saggy. Sagittarius, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody, oh, I thought it flipped, that you are dealing with. All right, Sag. What do we have for Sag? I feel a sneeze coming on. Well, if ever I really wanted to clarify, this would be the one. All right, Sag. Overall energy for your reading, you have 2 that came out. Number 38, 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, and number 16, patience, divine timing is at play. It's emotions of desire and life force energy. So some kind of heart energy or desire. I feel like you're being tapered. Don't overindulge. And it's pertaining to number 18, small child. So for some of you, this is talking about a desire to have children. For some of you, this is talking about your inner child and something that your inner child is desiring. It feels like, again, with the patience card, you're being called to don't overindulge. Divine timing is at play. We have a 5 of Wands. Chaos, drama. energy leak. Pertaining to an Ace of Cups. A brand new emotional beginning, possibly even psychic abilities. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio on that Ace of Cups. And we have the Three of Cups in the reverse. So, for some of you, this is not a time for celebration, but also I feel like you could be ending some kind of, I keep hearing rehab. So for some of you, you're going into rehab. But you also could be ending some kind of addictive behavior, maybe over drinking, partying too much. The Ace of Cups is two things. It's a brand new emotional beginning. Doesn't have to be love, definitely can be. But also psychic abilities. But the energy is very chaotic, whatever it is that's coming in. And it's here. It's just, I don't feel the celebration. I don't feel that it's a joyful experience. It feels very chaotic and like if you're receiving new psychic abilities, it could feel very off kilter. If you are if there's a new romantic opportunity, it feels like it's laced with drama and chaos. So underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 31, door to value. Pertaining to number 30, legal matters. So for some of you, you're going to understand your worth when it comes coming through legal matters. And that could be a lot of things. Like there could be a situation that you're going through and you're finally, for some of you, I just heard DUI, so be careful tonight. For some of you, there's going to be some kind of a rude awakening. That could also be a new emotional experience. Not a fun one, not one that we celebrate, but if you've ever been to jail, it is quite the experience, and it is an emotional one at times. So I will tell you that could be the case. That and that's when you kind of, wake up and you're like, oh gosh, I don't think I ever want to drink again. Oh gosh, I don't think I ever want to do this again. For some of you, the legal matters could pertain to many different things, all sorts of different things. We have a Two of Wands. Whatever the situation is that you are going to go through or that you're currently going through, it is causing my cat to meow at the door. It is causing the Two of Wands, which to me is the minor arcana of the World card. It's where we turn our back on the old and we move forward with the new. Like we're done with that path. I'm moving into a new direction. Number 11, next spring. There's going to be some change and transformation. Number 4, sometime in the future. It's so funny because that was in my meditation today. Not the words, we call them a weed, but you pick the weed and you make a wish and you blow. And, ooh, the door thing. Chaos. I'm a magnet for trouble. It's not my fault I leave a trail of mayhem behind me. Ouch. All right, Sag. That's what I have for you. All right. I'm going to shuffle and we will move into Aquarius. Dandelion. I know it's called a dandelion, but the dandelion is the yellow flower that comes out. That's like the pre-dandelion. Or, no, that's the dandelion after. Oh, my bad. That's the gone to seed dandelion. Like, I feel like there should be a different name for it. You know what I mean? Because I think of dandelions as the yellow flower. What did I say? Oh, shnikey. Capricorn. Capricorn, you were next. Right now, I mean. Like, as I'm shuffling. Sorry, Leanne. Oh my gosh. I almost missed Capricorn. I don't know how I could possibly do that. All right, we have Capricorn, then Aquarius, then Pisces. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that's coming my way. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Well, Capricorn. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we can do this. We can work with this, Cappy. Overall energy for your reading, Capricorn, number 49, Angel of Love. Pertaining to number 27, Unexpected Money. So here's the deal. Either, honestly, I feel like you might be getting bit by the love bug, and being in that energy could be calling in unexpected money, and or you're receiving unexpected money that is making you fall for somebody. I don't know. But both cards are incredibly amazing. You could be following your heart and it leads you to unexpected money. There could be something pertaining to a red string for some of you. We have the Three of Swords in the reverse. I like this. I like it in the reverse. If you're going to get the Three of Swords, get it in the reverse, because it tells me that you're not in heartache or heartbreak anymore. We do have the Hermit in the reverse, Virgo energy, which tells me that for some of you, you're kind of out and about. You're wanting to get out and mingle and get to know people and be a little bit more extroverted, if you will. And then we have a Judgment card, Scorpio energy. That's all about surrender and moving in a new direction. It's about following your higher senses. Trying something new. Getting out of your element. Shifting things up a little bit. You could be leaving something or someone behind as well. And your underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 10, storm warning. Pertaining to number 9, a change. You could have a little stress or fear coming about regarding some kind of a shift or change. I feel like more than anything, what you're stressing about is a 5 of Pentacles. So get out of that energy. It's a feeling of lack or financial constraints. It's a feeling of maybe fear that you're going to be left out in the cold or ghosted. You got to neutralize that energy, because we have the Justice card, which the Justice card is Libra energy. It's about coming into balance, bringing all of that into balance. I feel like for some of you, this storm warning could be caused because you might have to leave somebody out in the cold, and or if you're shifting jobs, you might end up taking a pay cut for a short amount of time. But in essence, it's what's best for you. It's bringing balance into your life. Number 60, it's in the past. And goodbye. The moment has come to part ways. Our paths are diverging, and it's time to let go. Well, there you go. I mean, it could be anything. Friendship, work, family. Yeah, I feel like you're ready to get out of the old you and into the new you. All right, I'm going to shuffle and we will move on to Aquarius. Aquarius and then Pisces. And then I'm getting out of here to go take a nap. Before all my tiny little trick-or-treaters come to the door in their awesome little costumes. All right. Aquarius, what you need to know. Aquarius, what you need to know. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that, oh, I've got this backwards, that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? All right, Aquarius. Ooh. Overall energy for your reading, we have number 14, caring connection, pertaining to number 13, a rich man. So I'm going to go on a limb here and say that this is going to be for female Aquariuses who are in a caring connection with a very wealthy man. We have the Four of Wands. Well, templed path. Not only is this person on your temple path, but I also feel like for some of you, there could be a union involved. The Five of Wands in the reverse. If you're going to get the Five of Wands, the reverse is the best place to put it. There's no drama or chaos. There is no energy leak. In fact, we have a Queen of Pentacles. So you could feel very grounded and stable at this time, financially secure with this person. Frankly, I feel like you would be the Queen of Pentacles, even if we're talking about an earth sign, and I'll get to why here in a minute. In the underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, number 19, rest and rejuvenation. Feeling very centered, spiritually aligned in alchemy, pertaining to number 9, a change. I don't know if it's that you're changing your energy, because of this, but I feel like life is changing for you because of this. We have a Seven of Pentacles, seeds well planted. And they're going to be coming to blossom here shortly, but we have a Four of Swords, which is no different than the rest and rejuvenation. Receiving intuition, guidance, downloads. And then the Strength card, Leo energy, which tells me that you are in your power. Strength and perseverance. And then we have a King of Pentacles. I definitely feel like you could be dealing with an earth sign, specifically Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or somebody who embodies that energy. That's the energy of somebody who likes the finer things in life. It is the energy of somebody who is very grounded, stable, and, well, financially wealthy. And I feel like, in essence, I heard you're earning your wings, Aquarius. Maybe you're going to be embodying this earth energy. We do have the Queen and King. This is a really good couple, if you will. We have number 11 next spring. So this could be moving forward next spring. We have a lot of cards that came out, so it's a mixed bag. I'm sorry. I feel terrible about what I did and owe you an apology. Welcome. I offer an open door, a warm invitation to step into a space where you are embraced and valued. Positive. My intentions are pure and I want only to elevate and improve your life. Curious. I'm intrigued and eager to learn more and figure you out. Career. I'm concentrating on my career and focused on advancing no matter what it takes. Greed. I'm pursuing wealth and power with no regard for ethical or moral boundaries. And meddler. I may step in and try to influence or control your life. I'm certain I know best. So, that was a lot. Good reading though, Aquarius. Female Aquarius and a wealthy man. All right. I'm going to shuffle and then we will finally move into lay Pisces. Alrighty, last deck to shuffle. All right, Pisces. Pisces, happy Friday. Happy Halloween. This is, what are we doing here? This is what you need to know. Pisces, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Maybe I will have one when I'm done. I don't know. It is not getting any better. That is for sure. Pisces. Ooh, good Lord. All right, Pisces. My freaking head hurts. Pisces, overall energy for your reading. Number 18, anxiety. Pertaining to number 24, the thievery. So there could be some kind of anxious feelings pertaining to the idea of taking. Whether you feel like somebody could be taking from you and or you feel like you don't want to be taking from somebody else. There's just this overwhelming feeling of stress, which is not helpful in any way, shape, or form. But let's get into it. We have the Six of Swords. I like this card. It's a rite of passage. The Six of Swords is all about moving into calmer emotional and mental waters, which is good. That's what you need to do, is move away from this anxiety. Towards the Ace of Swords, truth, clarity, the veil, cutting through the veil, receiving guidance, intuition, and downloads. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. With the Nine of Wands, you're going to find out that all of this stress and anxiety was tied to none other than your past baggage that you've been carrying around, the wounds from your past. With the Two of Wands, we're going to turn our back on the old and move forward. It's like the minor arcana of the World card. And that's where we get the Chariot, Cancer energy, victory, success, and forward momentum. Knight of Pentacles. There is an opportunity that's coming in for you that is grounded and stable, secure. And it's taken a long time to get here. But whatever the opportunity is yours. It's yours for the taking. So I definitely feel like you're going to be shifting out of this energy very soon. You're going to understand that it's pertaining to past wounds, whether it's this life or past life. Underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 11, cornucopia, pertaining to number 36, hope, big water. I feel like you're walking on sunshine. I feel like your underlying energy knows something really awesome is coming your way, and something that you truly desired, something that you've been waiting for. We have the Sun card. That is the happiest card in the deck. Leo energy, that is joy, happiness, success, abundance, prosperity, and creativity. So Pisces, really good reading. We have number 55, time is frozen. When you're in this energy, yes, it is. But also, time is an illusion anyway. So don't be stressed over time or anything like that. Past. The weight of what happened between us still lingers. I'm not yet over the past. Well, let it go. Envy. I resent what you have, what I most desire. I resent that you have what I most desire, so I will belittle your success to make myself look better. I feel like that's somebody saying that to you. Future. Our paths are destined to align, though the purpose may still be unclear. And big favor. I'm looking for significant assistance and a large effort on your part. So, all right. I would hate to cut it short, but I am leaving. Like, my head hurts. So, I appreciate you all, and I will be seeing you all very soon.